So when I first started driving the Proton X90, I felt as if it was a little bit underpowered. Like, it wasn't too bad, but considering that I was the only one in the car, I felt like it could use a lot more oomph, basically. Like, it's still lacking. And as someone who doesn't drive cars that has like a drive mode, that's why I realized I kind of like messed up there. Turns out, for the first day, I was stuck driving on Eco, and it got a whole lot better when I changed it to Comfort and also Sport. Like, sure, even then, like if you have like a full load in the car, it might still feel a little bit underpowered still, but I'd still say it's adequate. Like, I think you have enough like power, assuming you're not trying to go fast. And I mean, it's the Proton X90, it's not like a race car. You're not trying to go that fast. You're trying to drive comfortably and with probably like a big family or like a group of friends. The initial start that you get from when you stop, it's a whole lot better on the Proton X90 compared to the Proton X70. So if you've driven a Proton X70 before, when you first start the car from when it stopped, when it's idling, you kind of know what I'm talking about here. I think that's pretty much due to the 48 volt mild hybrid system on X90 that makes it more efficient to start off. Oh yeah, guys, want to see something cool? Hi, Proton.
What's up?
Open driver window.
Alright, open.
So sometimes Hi Proton doesn't work, in which case there is a button on the steering wheel to manually call for it. Hi Proton, close driver window.
Sure, who do you want to call?
Oh god. Close driver window.
Closing driver window.
Now, the reason why I specify driver window is because I notice when I say open window, it tends to open the passenger side window for whatever reason. So I try to be more specific and it works out. The one thing that I noticed, if you change the drive mode from Eco to Comfort to Sport, it's not just that the acceleration gets better, it gets faster. It's the steering wheel is a noticeable change, especially in Sport. Now, I noticed in Comfort and in Eco, the steering wheel feels really light. It feels like driving a toy, if anything. But the moment you change to Sport, it gets heavier. So if you're driving on the highway, it feels a whole lot better. Now, for NVH, I think this is one of the better cars around, but as it should be given its price tag. Now, what you're hearing right now is basically the car itself while you're driving. I'm pretty much driving about 60, 70 right now, and I'm going even slow because I have to brake. Yeah, it's the aircon is right now, the fan speed set to 1, so it's the lowest possible thing. Yeah, everything else you're hearing is just coming from the outside. Now, to my knowledge, whoever is sitting in the front, it's a lot quieter because apparently if you're sitting at the middle seats or even at the back, there's an odd, I'm not sure if to describe it as like whistling sound or so, so it's a little bit of a weird sound sometimes in the back. Generally speaking, if you're cruising through the highway at the higher speeds, yeah, you don't really feel much noise, especially if you have the radio on. Right now, the aircon, the fan speed set to 1, radio's off, so you're basically only hearing the car itself right now. Now we're at 90. I'm gonna try to push it, like maybe to 120. I say try to push it because, you know, speed limits. Starting to get a little bit noisier, but still pretty fine. Right before I start crashing this car. And that was it for the brief driving experience. Be sure to stay tuned to the full review on Pokde.net. My name is Simon Malana from Pokde.net, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye bye!